Hey everyone, my name is Lana. Welcome to my channel. Since it already feels like autumn here in Ireland, I wanted to make this tutorial cozy, cute and quick, something you can complete in just a couple of hours. I was searching through Pinterest for inspiration and found this idea to make headphone covers, so I really wanted to give it a try. I will be using my beige Sony headphones, but the type and color doesn't really matter for this pattern. You can make it in any size and color you want. For this project I will use some leftover yarn I have in brown, pink and peach colors, along with a 4.5mm hook, scissors and a 7 needle. You can use up to 3 different colors or just 1 or 2. We will make 5 pieces, 2 ears, 2 horns and the base part, then simply sew them all together. Let's start with the ears. I've already made one, so I can show you how it looks when it's finished. To start, take your chosen yarn and make a magic ring. Chain 2. Then work 6 single crochets inside the ring. Tighten the ring. And join with a slip stitch into the first stitch. For the second row, chain 1, then work 2 single crochets in each stitch around. I will tuck the tail inside, so we won't need to weave it in later. At the end of this row, you should have 12 stitches. Join with the slip stitch into the first stitch. For the third row, chain 1, single crochet into the first stitch, then work 2 single crochets in the next stitch, and repeat it around. Single crochet, then 2 single crochets into the next stitch. You should have 18 stitches at the end of this row. For the final row, we will work a round of single crochet, but make sure to keep your stitches loose, or use a larger hook to do this. Chain 1, then single crochet round until you reach the end of the row. Cut the yarn and finish off by joining the last stitch. Now make a second ear in the same way. To make the horns, I use brown yarn. Start with a slip knot and chain 12. Then make one turning stitch. Work a single crochet into each back bump of the chain. When you reach the end of the row, join it into a circle with a slip stitch. Chain 1, then work a single crochet in each stitch around. Join the row with a slip stitch. Repeat the same steps for 18 more rows. chain 1, single crochet in each stitch, and join with a slip stitch at the end of each row. Now you should have 20 rows from the start. To make the horn narrower towards the end, decrease by crocheting 2 single crochets together at the start of each third row. Chain 1, then insert your hook into the first stitch and pull up a loop. Insert your hook into the next stitch and pull up another loop. Then yarn over and pull through all loops to complete the single crochet together. Continue with single crochets till the end of the row. And repeat this process. 2 rows of single crochet, then a decrease at the start of the third row. Keep following this pattern until you have 6 stitches left and at least 36 rows in total. Cut the yarn, leaving a long tail. Secure the thread by waving it around each stitch in the final row. Pull the yarn to tighten the top of the horn. Pull the tail through the center of the horn. Use some filling material like fabric scraps to fill the horn and shape it. Tighten the base of the horn with the yarn tail. Then pull the tail through the stitches at the base. And secure it with a couple of knots. The first horn is done. Now make the second one in the same way, and we will move on to creating the base. To make the base, start by chaining 40 stitches. Adjust the number of stitches if needed to fit your headband. Chain 2, then make a chain stitch into the first stitch. Crochet 2 loops together on your hook. Continue by inserting your hook into the next stitch. Chain 1 and crochet the 2 loops together. Repeat this process until you reach the end of the row. After completing 40 stitches, check if it's long enough to cover your headband. If it fits, move on to the next step. Make one chain stitch and then work single crochets into each stitch along one side of the base. At the end of the row, chain 1 and continue with single crochets in each stitch for the next row. Continue crocheting rows of single crochet until the base is wide enough to cover your headband. For me it took 12 rows. Once the base is the desired size, leave a long tail, cut the yarn, and pull it through the last stitch to secure it. Use the mattress stitch to sew the edges of the base together. Start from the inside out, stitching along the edges to create a neat seam. Once you have sewn the entire lead, secure the thread by making a knot. Tuck the end of the thread inside the cover, so it's hidden and easy to unsew later if needed. Twist the cover so that the seam sits at the bottom of the headphones, making it less visible. Attach the ears, horns, and any other details you have made, positioning them as you prefer on the headphones. Sew them securely in place. Your cozy and cute headphone cover is now complete. I love the process and I adore the result. My only regret is that I don't have another pair of headphones to crochet another cover for. Anyway, thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed my video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you make a headphone cover, please share it with me by tagging my Instagram. I would be thrilled to see your creations. Don't forget to subscribe for a new tutorial every Monday. Happy crocheting and see you next week.